everybody, it's Clyde at Vibrant Soap, and today I'm going to try a new fragrance that I've not tried before, but I've heard good things about it. It's called Sweet Orange and Red Chili, and I did smell it. It smells a little spicy, mostly orange. I'm anxious to see what it'll do to the soap after it cures. Today nothing's really super special about the actual soap design, except that I'm adding some glycerin embeds again. One is the orange-shaped wedges that I'm going to be putting in the red cold process soap, and then I'm going to make some orange cold process soap that has minced up red embeds, so it looks like chili flakes. So we'll see how this goes. Not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. Okay, just getting started. Getting the colloidal oatmeal and kaolin, clay. What else do I have in there? Cocoa butter today. Just get that blended first before I put in the live solution. Promise me that you'll never get cocky and say things like, "Oh, I have never spilled my oils." Because I was saying that to myself today, and guess what I did? Didn't spill much of it, so I kind of made up for it. But yes, you just have to always be careful, especially with the lye around. You know, one of my little red embeds, just grated really finely, is in there. So if you see that floating around, it's a little piece of melt and pour. It will be okay. Okay, let me get started on colors. Be right back. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is add the sweet orange and red chili fragrance to that. Blend that. Wow, that brings out the scent even more. Okay, and since I introduced this particular soap, I've decided to have a little bit of green and white in the design as well. It's like I just have to have my colors, I guess, but just a little bit. I just want little accents. Sometimes you can get a lot of mileage in a design by having just a little bit of a color. The rest of it I'm going to split off. And trucks are making a lot of noise outside. I'd rather have the birds. Someone commented that they loved hearing the birds on my last videos. The mockingbird is really crazy, but I love it. Okay, so this is my red. I don't know how red that's going to be, but I'm going to live with it. Unless it's obnoxious, and I'll change it. Okay, there's that. Yeah, I like that red. Put some black cherry pigment in there too, which is really concentrated, and that's what I use when I really want really deep red. But it's mixed in with some also tomato red, and I think it's called relay race red. That's my white. And the green. Okay, now this is going to be kind of crazy, but let me get my mold. See, I want to do some in the pot swirls, but I also have my embeds, so I've got to figure out how I'm going to do that. I think I'll start by stirring in my, these are melt and pour orange slices. There's a little mold for that. If I can find it, I'll show it to you. But they're too thick, so I also sliced those in half. So I use these to be the oranges, and I want them to show up, so I'm going to put them in the red. If you're going to do this, you're going to have to start off with your embeds and then the swirl, because when you stir the embeds in, which is very important, you would disturb the in the pot swirl. So they completely disappeared, but they're a lighter color, so I'm hoping that when the soap is cut that those embeds will show up. Okay, and in the orange I want to put these little red pieces of melt and pour that I cut up. I really like the way that melt and pour looks as an embed too, because you know they're a little more transparent. Okay, so now I've got to figure out whether, I think I know what I'm going to do. I have to figure out what color would look best in the other colors. I'm going to pair up this little bit of accent green with the orange and the white with the red. Okay, so actually I'm not going to do that. I just thought about the little red embeds in the orange. I'm just going to put the green on the base all by itself. So what I was saying, it's going to be really busy if those red embeds are mixed with the green in the pot swirl too. So there's such a thing as too busy. Okay, let me pound that down. Okay, so now I want the oranges to be on the bottom. And pour it all in there. Maybe keep some of what's scrapings there are for the top. Then I think since I have this white, I'm going to do a little bit of a drop swirl. Just because I know that red is so deep, it's going to look nice with this lightest color. And then this is the end of pot swirl. I never know whether I'm going to need a little bit for the top, so that's what I'll do there. Give this just 2 stirs. Pour this in. Wow, some nice swirls are happening already. Well, I can see why people like this fragrance too. It smells awesome. And I'm glad I kept just a little bit of this white for the top. If I was real smart, I would have kept some of those red chili pepper embeds that I made too, because typically you see those sprinkled on top of things. But I wasn't smart enough. I'm gonna have a long cleanup today. Okay, so let's see, where's my stick? Here it is. Let's see why I liked having a little bit of that white. Just adds a little punch to the swirling. And that's it. Boy, soaping goes really fast, this part of it. Okay, so this is sweet orange and chili pepper. And this is Clyde at Vibrant Soap. I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll do a cutting video real soon. Okay, you take care. Bye.